Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for always stopping by, liking, commenting and subscribing. For the new ones, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Feel free to tell us what you want on the comment section. And stay tuned on today's episode on Joda Akbar. Stay tuned. Jalal and Joda comes to Salim. Ruqayyah asks Salim to be nice to them. They come in his room. Joda says to Salim that we want to talk to you about Farhan. Salim says you will say that Jalal didn't kill Farhan. Joda says this is the truth. Jalal wanted to make Bella marry Farhan. Jalal says Bella's father killed Farhan. Salim says what a story. Okay, I accept that you didn't kill Farhan. Finish the matter. Jalal says what's the matter? What's the way to talk? Fine. Whatever you want to think, then think. If you don't want to listen to the truth, then nobody can make you believe. So much anger. So much hatred that there is no way that truth can reach your mind. Salim says you have given me this anger. You are right. I have no place for truth in my heart. Jalal says I came here as Joda was worried about you, but you. Joda says he is angry. We will talk later. Jalal says no need. Let him grow first, then he will understand that parents doesn't think bad for their kids. We will leave for Agra tomorrow. He leaves. Joda thinks that we tried so much to make them one, but they are moving away. Ruqayyah says that the much I try to separate Jalal and Salim, the more I get successful. In the morning, Mughals are ready to leave Amir. Bagwan's wife wishes them safe journey back home. She makes them eat sweet dish before leaving. Hamida hugs her. Bagwan texts Jalal for coming. They both hug. Man greets Joda and says, I want you to stay here, but you have to leave. Joda says, if I don't go, then how will I come back to take you from here? You have to come to Agra soon. Man gets shy. Bagwan asks, where is Salim? Jalal says he must have left. Joda says, you know Salim doesn't like this kinds of tradition. They leave Amir. Kutub asks Salim, did you meet Anakali? Did you tell her that you like her? Other side, Anakali is waiting for Salim. She says to her friend that Kutub told me that he will come to meet me, but he didn't come. Friend says, I have heard that Farhan and Bella died. Anakali says, what? She gets sad. She asks about Kutub. Friend says he's a common soldier, so I don't know about him. Anakali prays for Salim. Salim says to Kutub that don't talk about her. She is nothing to me. There is nothing like love here. It's all game for everyone. Everything is fake. I hate her. Other side, Anakali says if there is love somewhere, then God protects Kutub. Friend asks, are you in love with Kutub? Anakali says if praying for him, if waiting for him is love, then I love him. I just hope that he is fine. Salim says to Kutub that I don't want her to come to my face. He says Anakali is none but Nadira, the one because of whom my childhood got destroyed. Thank God we are leaving for Agra. Anakali says that I have to find out how he is. I will have to meet him. Anakali comes to palace. She finds Mughals leaving. She asks soldiers about Mughals. They say that Mughal have left the palace. Anakali runs to meet Salim. Salim is living with caravan. She prays to God that don't make me meet that girl again. Anakali is running to meet Salim. She is crying and prays that he make her meet Salim once. Make her see his face once. She sees the caravan and starts running behind it, but is left behind. She cried and falls on the ground. She says that he promised me that he will come to meet me. He can't live like this. There must be some problem. Maybe Jalal must have jailed him. This can't happen with him. She starts leaving the place and caravan moves away. Anakali is sadly sitting in her room and recalls her moment with Salim, how she saved him. Zeel comes in and asks Nadira, where are you lost? She asks, why are you crying? Nadira says nothing. Zeel says, I am your mother. Tell me what have hurt you. You are sad the whole day. Anakali hugs her and says, I want to go to Agra. Zeel says, but you hate Agra. Anakali says, Kutub is in Agra. Voiceover says that Anakali was worried for Salim. Mughals have reached Agra, but Salim was not fine in Agra. Zeel says to Anakali that maybe he betrayed you. Anakali says, but he promised me that he will come. Zeo says, you are a fool that you thought he was saying the truth. Anakali says he is not like others. If he was fine, he would have come to meet me. I am sure Jalal have jailed him. I want to bring him out of jail. I won't be able to live without him. Please take me to Agra. Zeo says, okay, I will talk to Rashid. Jalal and Man are practicing. Man says that soon there will be your marriage anniversary with Joda. Jalal says so much years passed and still it feels like Joda came to Agra some times back. Salim comes to Jalal and says, I want to go back to Warfield. I want to go with Rahim on mission. Jalal stops practicing and says to Salim that you have come after 7 years, so I want you to stay here. I don't know why you want to run away from Agra. You have to learn politics. Salim says, I am not interested in politics. Salim says to Jalal to let him go, otherwise he will be tagged as betrayer to father. Jalal says, no. You will not be tagged because last time a father was pleading to you to come back to Agra, but this time a king is ordering you. It's my order that you will stay here. Joda is applying hot balloon on Jalal's back. Jalal says to Joda that Salim asked me to let him go from here. I was silent as father, but King ordered him to stay here. He wouldn't listen to me as father, so I had to become strict. Joda asked Jalal to stay silent as she's applying heat. Jalal says it's weird. I control whole nation, whole India, but you control me. Joda says I am Mariam Zamani, so I want my orders to be fulfilled. Jalal says your order will be fulfilled. They laugh. Jalal says it's our marriage anniversary. I want you to be like bride. Shine to me. You are not changed even after years. You are magician. Joda says you are doing magic with your words. Jalal says I am serious. You are not changed. Joda says but you have changed. Jalal asks how. Joda says like you used to think from mind, but now from heart. Jalal says it's because of you. You don't change. He asks Joda to come close. He then acts like he's hot. Joda comes close to him. He kisses her forehead. Jalal says you can control me, but I know how to win. Jalal kisses Joda's forehead and says I know how to win over you. They laugh. Joda says this is cheating. Jalal says everything is fair in love and war, and says to get love of my wife I can do anything. Joda lies her head on Jalal's chest. Joda says to Jalal to be always like this. I am afraid of your anger. Jalal says what about my love? Joda says this is peace of heart. Jalal says so I will be like this entire life to maintain peace in your heart. I promise. He caresses her head. They both hold hands, lying close to each other. Salim comes to Hamida. He says to her that I don't like to stay here. Hamida says, don't say that. Are you still angry with Jalal? Salim says, I am trying to forget. That's why I want to leave. I want you to request Jalal to let me go to Patan. I feel like I don't fit here. If you request Jalal, then he will agree. Hamida says, if you want that, I will have to request for you to stay here till your parents' marriage anniversary. Salim says, okay. Rashid says to Zeo that we will go to Agra. Zeo says, have you forgotten what happened to us there? Anakali comes and listens to all this. Rashid says, for me, my daughter's love is important. It's our duty to make our daughter meet her lover and make them get married. We will leave for Agra tomorrow. Anakali comes and hugs Rashid. She says, you will do much for me. Rashid says, I can do anything for you. We will find him. Anakali says, but I can't be selfish. For my sake, I am asking to go to Agra, where you had to bear so much insult. Rashid says, nothing is important than your love, and I will get peace only when you meet Kutub. I will see smile on your face and will forget all insults. Anakali hugs him and thinks that even God wants me to meet Kutub. Now I will find you wherever you are. Salim comes in market. Fatima B is there too. People start giving him gifts. Salim says, I don't need your gift, but your love and support. All cheer for Salim. Fatima tries to reach out to him. Salim finds her there and smiles. He comes to her and touches her feet, saying, Grandma. She prays for great life. She says, I pray that you become great king. You are king just for sake, but you are a great human. You still remember me? Salim sits in her feet and says, I never forgot you. I still cherish your cooked food. I am like your grandson. How is Qadir? She says he is fine. If you want to meet him, then I will send him to palace. Salim says, no, I will come to your house. She says, my house? Salim says, why not? I spent so much time there. I still remember it way. If you don't want me to come, then it's okay. She says, no, it's my luck that you're coming to my house. Salim goes with her. Salim comes to Fatima's house and says to Qadir that another grandson of Fatima is here. Qadir is shocked to see him and bows in front of him. Salim says, don't bow down. You are my brother. Salim looks at their house and asks Qadir, what are you doing? He says, I am doing small job as security man. Salim says, I want you to work more nice. I want you to become soldier of palace. Qadir says, I am nothing for that job. Salim says, a soldier is always a great person. You are like my brother. I will try for your success. Your grandma did a lot for me. He asked Qutb to write a letter to Jalal for Qadir's job. Salim asked Qadir to make him something. Fatima says, I will cook for him. Salim says, no, it's time for your rest. We will eat what's made in the house. Jalal is in court. Minister reads a letter of Salim that he requests for Qadir's job as soldier in palace. He is competent. Man says he is the same guy who was injured by Salim. Jalal says, this is a nice work. Give him job. Barbara says, no, you should not accept it. Jalal asks why. You want me to say no to Salim so that we'll go far more? Barbara says, but tell me from which designation he sent this letter. He denied to take position as heir to throne. So I want you to deny this letter. Jalal says, so what if he has no position? Don't forget he is prince. Bible says, but he is not here. Jalal asks to not cross his limit. Bible says, you don't understand. If you say no to him for being stubborn, he will accept position of heir to pass order. Jalal says, very nice. You have great mind. Jalal asks minister to say no to Salim. Salim reads the rejection letter and says, Jalal always disappoints me. Ruqayya comes there and asks what? Salim says, I request for Qadir's job, but he denied. Ruqayya reads the letter and says, what wrong did Jalal do? You have no power to ask for anything from Jalal. He asks, what do you mean? Ruqayya says, you have no power, no position, no designation. You denied to be here. If you had sent letter with stamp of here, then Jalal will accept your order. Salim says, I have no interest to be here. Ruqayya says, but it is your right. You have promised Qadir. Will you be able to see yourself if you don't fulfill your promise? Being here is not only position but power. You have to accept it so that you can help Paul. Accept it, then you can make Qadir anything. No one will stop you. Salim says, I don't want Jalal's remittance. Ruqayya says, it's your right. You want everyone to get justice. You have to take this right so that you can give right to anyone. Salim asks Ruqayya, why are you more good than Joda? She gave me birth, but you tell me everything. Why do you have to tell me all this and not her? Ruqayya says, it doesn't matter. You are my son and I am your mother. Salim says, you are right. Except you, all give me betrayal. My parents, my friends, and love. Ruqayya asks girl. Salim says, yes, I love the girl in Amir. But then I got to know that she's same Nadira, Rashid's daughter. She met with Anakali's name. I hate her. Ruqayya asks, did you tell Joda and Jalal about it? They will not make you marry a common girl. Salim says, if she was not Nadira, then nobody could stop me from becoming one with her, but she have broken my heart. Ruqayya asks Salim to accept being here. Sometimes we have to take things which we don't like. Salim says, I will do as you say. He leaves. Ruqayya says, Anakali seems interesting. Joda comes there. Ruqayya says, I came here to make Salim agree to be here. Joda says, sometimes I feel you are more good than me. Ruqayya says, no. How can I come to your level? Joda says, you are above me. Now Salim and Jalal will interact more. She says, now happiness will increase. I am going to give Salim on my anniversary. My brother is coming. Salim likes a girl. He told Jalal, and you know who she is? Ruqayya asks. Joda says, Manbai, daughter of Bagwan. Ruqayya smirks. Okay guys, thank you for watching today's episode on Joda Akbar. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and turn on notification bell so that you will be notified on when I drop the next episode. Don't forget, videos premiere every 7 a.m. in the morning. Take care. Bye.